There have been a lot of interesting morning routines floating around recently. A lot of them are bullshit, a lot of them are kind of applicable. I want to break down what an actual morning routine looks like as someone that balances multiple successful businesses and stays in shape year round. Just for a bit of context, I've been working out for 7 years. I currently own a gym, I also own a media company, and I balance a lot of successful relationships within that. So I've had to get quite dialed and quite specific with my morning routine. As you're probably about to see, what does the morning routine of someone like me actually look like? Well, it starts at about 6:30 in the morning. That's when my alarm goes off. I've experimented with the 4 a.m. wake ups, the 8 a.m. wake ups, and I found that 6:30 is sort of the sweet spot right down the middle. I wake up, I'm not too tired. I find myself almost waking up naturally about that time. And it also means I can stay up relatively late if I have a business meeting, if I have a dinner, if I'm doing socializing. So 6:30 in the morning allows me to get my full 8 hours sleep, wake up quite well rested. I'm not drowsy, I don't feel like going back to sleep. That alarm goes off, my light gets switched on straight away. As soon as you get up, you want to expose yourself to as much ideally natural light as possible. If not, bright artificial lights will do the trick too. So I'm up, my light switch is on. I try and get out of bed as quickly as possible. There's no use sort of laying about in bed. I don't touch my phone besides turning off the alarm until about 8 o'clock. Get up 6:30, that's when I start brushing my teeth. After that, I'll have a shower. I always have a shower right at the start of my day. There's something sick and wrong about rolling out of bed and just walking into the day like nothing's happened. You're filthy when you wake up. You're absolutely filthy. You need to get clean. And if there was any sleepiness, the shower that I have will always wake me up. I typically start off with a warm shower, help to clean out all my pores. Then after I'm fully clean, I swap it to cold as it will go. Not actually that cold here in New Zealand, but still pretty cold. That tends to waken me up, sharpen me a little bit. If there's any tiredness, that's completely gone now because you're shivering. After the cold shower, I'll put some clothes on, head upstairs. Now, this next part is the most important part of my day. Bear in mind, I've only been up for about 15 minutes by this point. I make myself a coffee. I sit there, sip the coffee, think about what I want to get done that day. I sit, sip the coffee for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I plan out my day. You can't attack a day and accomplish a day and be successful without a plan of what you're gonna do. If you just stumble into the day, life just pushes you around. You're just swept from left to right. Life will throw you curveballs, all these things will happen, you're just in reaction mode. At least if you have a concrete plan of what you want to accomplish that day, I have a to-do list. It's usually about 10 to 15 items long of the things I really want to get done that day. I won't always get them all done, but I'll prioritize them, right? So the most important ones go at the top and then I work my way down. So I sit there, I sip my coffee, 10 to 15 minutes, plan out my day. This is when I'll use my phone, but I'll make sure I've still got notifications silenced. So all I'm doing is using the Notes app. So I'm just on the Notes app, making a nice step-by-step list of how I want my day to go. After I've made that to-do list, I will always meditate for around 10 minutes. I know this sounds cringe and we're bordering into the dunk your face in a bowl of water category, but naturally I grew up quite an anxious, overthinking type person, and I find if I don't meditate regularly, usually at least once a day, then I tend to get more racing thoughts and I feel like I can't control the things that are happening in my life as well. So that just helps to calm me down, grounds me at the start of the day, and because I've had that coffee and I'm awake at that point, I'm not at risk of falling asleep again. If you were to wake up and then immediately start to meditate, you'll just go back to sleep. So I squeeze in 10 minutes of meditation, nice and relaxed. At this point, I'm calm, composed, awake because of the coffee and the cold shower. I know what my day is gonna look like because of the to-do list. I'm ready to attack the day. Morning routine finished. Woke up at 6:30. I'm into my day by about 7:15. You don't need these huge, extensive morning routines. The only thing that's gonna do is delay the actual start of your day and throw you off when you don't get the whole thing done. I've made the mistake of having 2 to 3 hour morning routines before, and they're great when you can fit them in, but the problem is sometimes you can't fit them in. And when you can't fit them in, you end up feeling like shit and you can't approach the day the way you want. You're thrown off because you didn't get your 2.5 hours of journaling in the morning. A massive, extensive morning routine makes you weak in the long run because you rely on it, you fall back on it. The best thing you can do is have a nice, simple morning routine that wakes you up, primes you for the day as quickly as possible, then you can launch into it. Gives you more time for the things that actually matter, right? Less time focusing on yourself and getting your mind right, more just a little bit of preparation and then you're ready to attack the day. If you want more realistic content like this, separate from the crazy morning routines you've been seeing on Instagram, hit me with a follow. I release a fitness video every single day. As you know, I film them in the mornings. That being said, enjoy the rest of the day and I will see you in the next one.